Welcome back to another episode of Global Desi Women, the podcast where we explore the diverse stories, challenges, and experiences of South Asian women across the world. I'm your host, Arti Solanki, a business coach, a real estate broker, a mom, dog mom, and a lot more. And today we are diving into the fascinating topic that touches all of our lives, that is fashion, how fashion shapes identity in the Desi community. And joining me, my co-host for today are Vinoo Palicha, Rhea Palicha, and Simki Palicha, our first-timer guest. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome to the show. And I truly appreciate your time and, you know, helping us discuss this fascinating topic. And when I say this, all three of you, actually, the whole Palicha ladies, all of them are like so fashionable on the dot all the time. It's like, wow. Okay. So this is a perfect topic for, especially with talking about fashion with you all is going to be interesting. From our traditional sarees to contemporary Western influences, fashion is more than just what we wear. It's a powerful tool of self-expression, cultural preservation, and even resistance. So whether it's wearing a lehenga for a wedding or blending a kurti with a jeans, but I guess it just depends on how comfortable or how well put together it is for you and how you feel personally, right? At the end, it's all about that. So, before we get into all this nitty-gritty, let's start with a simple yet powerful question. How has fashion played a role in shaping our sense of identity as South Asian women? What do you think? How has shaped us? Who wants to go first?
I can take that one. Uh, I think personally for me, it's just another form of expression. And I think as I got older, it really allowed me to connect even more closely with my culture. Um, and I think the more I started learning that this was also a way to be creative and a way to show that like I am South Asian, I'm proud of it. And not only that, I mean, the fashion is beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, I have friends all the time just like dying to be able to wear a lehenga or a sari. So it's definitely brought me closer to my roots over the years versus, when you're little, you're kind of being kind of forced, like mom gives you clothes, like you have to wear them. And then
Mm.
you really start to get a little closer with it. So I definitely think it's helped to shape my identity.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of times, like you said, we kind of avoid wearing Indian ethnic clothes and going shopping or going, if we have to go to a party or a wedding, and right from the wedding, if we have to stop to a grocery store or a shopping store, anything that you have to pick up, we would avoid that just because we're wearing our Indian clothes, which is kind of a little bit shameful because why are we ashamed of wearing our beautiful clothes, right? Why do we feel that oh my God, how can I wear an Indian outfit and go to the grocery store? And for me, I think I kind of I did avoid that for the longest time. And just recently, last year, before Natasha was getting married, I wore a sari in the plane. I went from Houston to New Jersey in the sari, the whole shebang, bangles and dressed up. And because I was going only for a day and I was going for giving the invitation cards to my family. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna be ashamed of it. And I'm not going to go at the airport and then change and then go. And no, I'm not going to do that. I think I can do this. And believe me, I have never felt so proud, so beautiful about it because every step I took at that airport in Houston or New Jersey didn't matter. Every single person stopped and said, "Oh my God, this is so beautiful. The colors are so beautiful. You look so beautiful." And that made me feel like I, you know, we need to stop thinking about that kind of a thing that I can't wear Indian outfit and go out. It's so beautiful. Why are we ashamed of it? And I think that kind of changed my mind about wearing Indian outfits besides any functions. So I don't know about you, how comfortable you girls are, but that's what made me change my thinking.
Yeah, no,
It
I
made
think
me kind of realize.
yeah, no, the girls, I think for them, it's probably just not getting the reason for not wearing Indian clothes to common places is so that they don't become the center of attraction and they don't attract everybody's attention to what they're wearing and suddenly, become uh, aware of everybody looking at them.
Yeah,
I
but
think
that's the
that's
point.
more of the thing than anything else.
Right, but that's the point, right? Why are we feeling that way? Or why does it make us feel that we trying to be the center of attraction when we wear our outfits? Why is it that other cultures, like you've seen these the African ladies, the Somalis, and they wear such a beautiful, colorful gowns, and they have their scarf on the head, and they look so pretty, and they wear it so proudly. They
Yeah,
do put it on so proudly, and I feel like that's really beautiful.
but that's also I think it's more about comfort level too. Like for us wearing a sari or a lehenga, like we wouldn't. I don't think we would be comfortable wearing that all day, and especially not if you're running errands or you're going to the mall to hang out.
Yeah. Comfort
That
is,
that
yeah,
would be my reason more than anything.
yeah.
And then
Comfort,
yeah,
I understand. Comfort is
yeah,
definitely that's not very comfortable
yeah. So
outfit to
if you
run
want to,
around.
yeah, if you want to move around freely and comfortably,
That's
then yeah,
hard. That's
yeah.
hard.
With the
Especially
sari,
an errand, it's like,
yeah. Although when in India because that's our everyday wear. In India, I don't think it's a problem because a lot of women are wearing that every day on a daily basis. So they're pretty
Mhm.
used to it. They're pretty comfortable in the sari and they can do anything in a sari, go to the
They
mall,
sleep in a
travel and
sari.
things.
There are
They
people who
sleep in a
sleep in
sari
a
too.
sari.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And here I think that's what's become with us. It's like because we don't wear it on a daily basis, we wear it sometimes. So when we do, we don't wear the casual ones. We always have the
The
little
heavy ones.
like heavy ones, formal ones. So yeah, wearing that, I think it's the comfort thing. But when you wear it and you go out, yes, it does get appreciated. People do love it because our Indian wear saris and everything, they're all so colorful and so beautiful with all the embroidery and the way
Mm,
they're made. They look beautiful.
I I
absolutely.
think I think it's the little things because even for me before, I used to be a little iffy about stepping out because we used to go to all these events and we'd be wearing like pujas, artis, and I'd be wearing an Indian outfit, and then one of the kids would be like, "Oh, let's go get Taco Bell, let's go get ice cream," and then I'll be like, like I'm wearing an Indian outfit, I don't want to go here, but now I like doing that because every time I do it, I get so many compliments and it feels good, and even now. I think for girls in college specifically, in the beginning, I remember in high school, a lot of girls my age would be pretty embarrassed of our culture because, there's still a very big stereotype around it. But now I feel like because we're seeing more South Asians in fields that you wouldn't normally see them in. We feel more proud. And we're even incorporating little South Asian elements to our outfits now. Because even in college, girls will wear little jhumkas with their going out clothes. And I
Hmm.
think they're proudly wearing it and they wear jhumkas with their regular outfits when they go to work, or some girls even wear a bindi now. And I think things are definitely changing. And I think now people are a lot more confident in showing it off because everyone else appreciates it too.
Yeah, yeah. And also like the Western influence on our Desi fashion. Like now you see at dealers and Nordstrom and high-end stores, you see the kurtis are coming in.
Yeah.
And so it's become like, okay, they got influenced by us, our fashion.
Yeah.
And you get to see so many who's the other designer that launched in American stores? Who's it?
Or Sani or
Yeah, Sani, Nordstrom. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the two
somebody did.
sisters, the two sisters, uh, they're on Instagram. That's who I follow. And yes, they have a lot of like Indo-Western
Yeah,
wear.
yeah.
So and that's like going back to the first thing that we started with was to that, what I wanted to add was that we are at an advantage. I feel that we have the option of wearing um a traditional wear.
Mm-hmm.
And now because times have changed, like we can be comfortable in dresses and pants and t-shirts and jeans and whatnot, but we have this extra, tradition or culture where we have our own clothes and
Yeah,
own style of wearing it, and we wear it, and we can go back and forth between them.
yeah,
And now
yeah,
with times, everything has changed. Everything is like Indo-Western kind of, with a lot of other influences. Our Indian clothes are becoming more, they gear more towards everyday wear.
yeah.
So we can do that too. We
It's
have options.
yeah, and it's become more of an expression than just a traditional
Hmm.
look of it. Like it's no longer just the kurtis and or just the lehengas and just the sarees. It's become so many different ways of putting together the outfits. Even on TikTok, if you see the million ways you can wear sarees, it's like
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know how they do it, but it's crazy, you know. But I think it's more for like the younger generation to appreciate, be fashionable, be stylish, and use your own way of expressing it. And they put together the outfit in such a way that it looks so elegant and it's still Indian outfit, but it's still so westernized, I would say, you know,
Mhm.
and it's nice to see the younger generation coming up with all these newer ideas and newer fashion trends, especially outside of India, because there are so many, like in India, of course, there's every day you see a new designer pop up and you're
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh wow, this is great. You know? But here to see that it is really, it's fascinating because I really am proud of the Indian second generation or third generation that have been born here, but yet they're they're coming up with all these business ideas and being an entrepreneur and being in the fashion, bringing back our culture, and that's great, you know, that's amazing, and that's what we need to see. That's what is needed as especially for the second and third generations that are here, so
Right.
that we don't lose lose
Mhm.
our culture as well. And I mean, Bollywood is always there, right? So it
Oh
always
yes.
influences
Yeah.
the fashion.
Bollywood is there.
Going back to the comfort aspect of it, I was always intimidated. I love sarees, but I was always intimidated by it because, I don't know how to put it on myself. I always have to have mom come help me with the safety pins and everything. But I think now with what you said about how this generation is coming up with different ways, I think they're focusing more on the comfort aspect. So they're coming up with pre-pin sarees, or this is
Correct.
a lot of like lighter fabric. So I want to wear it more now. And I think it's all about convenience and comfort, which is why people are buying so much of it more. And I think it's just becoming really, really big.
Yeah, and especially like the way they wear it, right, on the leggings and they wrap it around the
Yeah.
legs and pull it out. And I'm like, oh wow, this is well, I don't know how they go restroom, but this looks definitely looks good. You just
So I don't know if any one of you know, like I saw it in the Bollywood news recently, that for Olympics, Tapsi Pannu, she wore a sari, I think every day that she was there, and
Wow.
she wore like just regular saris, nothing fancy, but she wore it. One day she wore it with a t-shirt, the other day she wore it with a vest,
Mm.
Wow.
and just kind of with sneakers and just
Yeah.
different style every day. But just, I guess, to show that sari doesn't have to be
Yeah.
like, worn only the traditional way where it becomes a little bit difficult to take care of, but just wear it casually and
Yeah.
try to be comfortable in it.
I'm a big time sari lover. I'm a big
Mhm.
time. I mean, like if you see my closet, it's the whole one side of it is full of
Yeah.
saris. I have way too many saris that I need, but I love it and I can never have enough. So I absolutely love it. But yeah, it's I feel for me, sari is the most comfortable thing I can put on if we're talking about Indian outfits. I'm not a very big fan of anarkali or lehengas or kurti, pajama, whatever it's called. I feel very uncomfortable with that. I feel so comfortable with saris, but I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. And I think it's also like up to the parents how, to what extent they, like, when kids are growing up, when we're having pujas and stuff, so when you have them wear salwar kameez or churidar and whatnot, so they grow up wearing those clothes, knowing about the clothes, that okay, this is a salwar kameez, this is a sari, this is a lehenga. And so when they grow up to be adults, they're pretty comfortable by then.
Yeah, I always wore
So
sari no
yeah.
matter since I was I think 8 or 9. I used to always fight with my mom, and like anytime there's some occasion, I'm like, even my even anybody's birthday. It's not even
Mhm.
my birthday, but I'll be putting on a damn sari. It's like I had that much craze about sari, and I still have it. But how do you think that Bollywood, because our fashion industry changes so fast. Like the fashion comes and goes so fast. It's how do you think that Bollywood has impacted us, like when it comes to fashion? Because you know, certain outfits in the movies have become so popular that
Mhm.
no matter how many years pass by, there are still those we still remember that maybe song because of that outfit or that outfit because of that movie or something like that.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
how do you, especially the newer generation, how do you girls feel about what do you think about Bollywood and fashion as far as the influence of it on us?
They're in, it's an influence just alone, like in its own little category. I mean, take Rocky Irani, for example,
Hmm.
I
which
was
I
thinking,
finally watched a few weeks ago, so nobody come for me. But um, like her sari, like Alia Bhatt sari was like the outfit.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Um, and it's just been so incredible because I think with Hollywood growing up, it was kind of like in those iconic outfits you saw in the 90s or Jennifer Aniston, the Friends, like
Hmm.
that's what everyone wanted to wear. So it was actually kind of cool to start seeing with Bollywood how iconic
Hmm.
styles were becoming. And it's had such an influence on it, I think especially women too. And now even like with men, like I start to see my own husband like looking
Hmm.
at movies like that's who is that designer, you know? Like I
Yeah.
really like they're starting to kind of uh be influenced
Yeah.
from all this fashion. So it's been incredible to see. And I see it merging with Hollywood too. Some of those designers like Gaurav Gupta and everyone, they're
Hmm.
coming
Oh
and
yeah.
airwaves here too.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Look at
is.
Amit Agarwal. So
Yeah.
he's known for his very, I guess, I don't know what the right word would be, but it's a very futuristic
Yeah.
designs
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
his gowns.
Hmm.
So yeah, he's doing well apparently in Hollywood.
And
Yeah.
I think that was the whole point of Rocky and Ronnie, that the movie. I think someone said it was really cool to see that as the lead actress, she was supposed to play someone who's very not on the traditional side, very open-minded, feminist, but she still wore traditional sarees every single
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
So that contrast was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, the clothes
And
are
it
all,
was like the entire movie she was wearing
yeah,
sarees, and it was
Loved it.
all beautiful sarees, and
So nice.
some were so simple, like Rhea said it, they were still so elegant, very well put together. The
yeah,
blouse designs were amazing. I was like,
Beautiful.
whoa, you know,
yeah,
and it was just, and especially Ranveer's those the last scene outfit, the pink color one,
Yeah.
and
Like for a
he
guy to wear, yeah.
yeah, and it was, and he wore two colors in the movie. He had worn one peacock blue, and then the same one he wore again at the end of the movie in pink color. So it was the same outfit, but in two colors that they showed, and it was like, oh my God, it's like, wow.
Yeah, like it goes to show, right, for Alia, but like what Simki said, that just because somebody in India, they're like you're modern, younger generation, the new generation, yet
Yeah,
you can still be modern and still wear saris with a different flair.
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
think that was done so well. It definitely did have an impact with my generation as well because I even saw some girls and like couples wear that as a Halloween costume. It was Rocky and Ronnie did that for Halloween in college too, and I was like walking around in a sari, but it was like it definitely had an impact for sure in a really good way.
Yeah, that's interesting for Halloween.
It was popular. I think even like with all the Bollywood theme parties people do,
Mm.
people are going to that one. Of course, all the 90s classics, but like
Yeah.
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 that's a recent one.
Yeah, but th
Yeah.
those are the fun parties, I feel like, having those kind of themes. It's really fun to do, dress up and go and
Yep.
see all the difference.
Yeah, but Hollywood is, I mean, sorry, Bollywood has always had a major influence on the fashion in India.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, when we talk about fashion, the bridal side of it, the wedding side of it is just
Yeah.
extravagant, extravagant. I mean, like there's no words when it comes to wedding shopping. Um, it's so many options, and not just options, but different designers, and not everybody is able to get the designer outfits. And even, one thing I love about Indian fashion is that when you go to India, no matter what category of, like, what financial status they might have, everybody is able to wear that similar kind of outfit, which is really it has its pros and cons, right? So one person might be spending thousands to get that designer outfit, and the other person might be spending pennies on it, getting the similar kind, not the same material, not the same, basically it's a copycat. but
Yep.
but there are so many different levels that everybody can enjoy. It's not like, oh yeah, so it's a bridal outfit, so it's going to be in thousands, like, but there are affordable ones too. But besides the price tag, I feel like the bridal collection over the years, from the time at least I got married 30 years ago, it's changed so much, and it's become so expensive that it is crazy. I mean, like, I did spend for my time, I did spend a lot of money on my wedding gown, my wedding lehenga. I didn't go to India for shopping. I went to New York for shopping. And at
Um,
that time, my lehenga was $700. And
Whoa.
30 years ago, that was expensive. That was
Yeah.
very
Hey.
expensive.
Yeah, now 700 is like a good price for like a heavy
Yeah, and I mean,
outfit.
like, it wasn't even like any designer or nothing. I mean, at that time, there was no such thing as, I didn't even know there has to be a designer for it or anything.
Do you
But
still have your lehenga?
oh, hell yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wow.
That it's the work and it's the material that I paid for because it was a pure silk with you girls won't know what the term is, but Vinu probably knows. It's called the Jamevari
Okay.
work. It's a hand gold embroidery work in the whole lehenga and the
Wow.
dupatta. It was all one color, but it was just beautiful. I know I got bombarded after I purchased this. Are you out of your freaking mind to purchase such an expensive?
Yep.
For a few hours, right? But it's worth it. It's like, and that's what it's so crazy
Yeah.
to see brides pay, 10K, 12K
Yes.
for the, a few hours at the reception. I mean,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is wild. And I mean, if you think about it, you're not really gonna wear it again. So
Never.
I wore my outfit another time, and that was it. And that too because I was feeling guilty about it so much that, oh my God, I spent so much money, I better wear it again. And I wore it twice on my wedding day and at somebody else's wedding, and that's it. I've never worn it again. Every year, every few couple, 8, 9 months, I take it out because it's a silk material. I'm supposed to let it air and refold it so that it doesn't tear apart or it doesn't get dirty, and wrap it in a silk like the cotton cloth, and so that all the jerry stays very well. And that's
Yeah.
all I
Well,
do all these years.
what you should do is repurpose it. Make maybe like a blouse out of it or a top or something that you can wear.
It's yeah, but it has its own blouse, its own dupatta, and then
Ah,
yeah, it is all one color. Everything is embroidered. Everything is with full of work. So I feel like I don't know. I'm like I was thinking that I could probably wear it at Natasha's one of the occasions,
yeah, yeah.
but I'm too fat now. I can't fit it.
I feel
I was only 105 pounds back then.
I mean, that's also a downside of like the bridal outfits today is that they're so extravagant that there's literally no occasion that you could wear it to again. Like
Nope,
there's
nope.
like yeah, like I can't imagine Rhea wearing her like reception outfit. I mean, she wore it for Sanchi's, but that was a good like that was a good event. Maybe she'll wear it again for mine, but
No, that was
good.
it's like toned down, right? Like now people are
Yeah,
looking to see, oh, is this a toned down? Like they're really thinking how to be a little more conscious about it. And I
yeah.
think just the extravagant pieces are causing especially brides to be maybe a little more sustainable in their purchase. I'm seeing people like, oh, does anyone have a Sabyasachi I can buy off of you? Like
Yeah.
Yes.
for 4
And
hours.
that's a good thing. Yeah, now that people are willing to do that, because that's definitely, otherwise you wear an outfit once and then what do you do with it?
Hmm.
It is a
Yeah.
So
waste. It
if
is a
somebody
waste.
else can wear it and then somebody else can wear it, if you get at least 3 or 4 uses out of it, it's at least, helping
Yeah.
the environment, I guess, instead of
Yeah.
just leaving it
And
for
your
a few
pocket
years.
too.
And
And your
pockets too. Oh,
pocket.
yes, for sure.
Because it's unbelievably expensive wearing all
It
these
is.
designer lehengas. It's like crazy. It's just too pricey, I feel like. And you can't wear it again.
Crazy, crazy. Yeah.
Even the outfit I bought for Natasha's reception, I don't think I can ever wear it again. That's
Yeah,
so heavy, and I don't want to be looking like, at somebody else's wedding, like, okay, like I don't know what she's thinking, but just
yeah, the perspective of all like Indians over here and in India, it has changed so much towards fashion that now they are spending and they don't mind spending a lot because they feel like, okay, this is like a once in a lifetime thing. I'm never gonna wear, something like that again.
yeah,
And they just want to go all out and
yeah.
then spend
It
and
outweighs
get it.
that. Yeah.
I
At
think
the
Yeah.
it's
same
not
time.
just Indian, but I think in India, I think we all have
Everyone,
that kind
actually,
of
everyone.
mentality.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even for me, I felt like, okay, yeah, my daughter is getting married. This is the first occasion in the family. I want to look good. I want to wear this or I want to do this. And so I pretty much went crazy as well, and now I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. I shouldn't have done that, but
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
but we'll see what happens at Kishan's wedding.
Yep.
It all ends up it ends up being worth it. And then I look back and I was like, oh, like that one outfit was almost like a mortgage. Like
Yeah.
and you compare it, you're like, oh my God. I mean, people and you don't really think, I mean, like you think through it, but then at the same time, that desire outweighs like, oh, it's my daughter's wedding, it's my sister's wedding, or I'm the bride. Like,
Yeah.
it's the only time. So why
Yeah.
not spend like 5K on an
Yeah.
outfit today?
Yeah, because you feel like you want to dress in a special way where you don't look like one of the guests, but you actually look like, okay, I'm part of the
Yeah.
family
Immediate
that has an
family.
event. Yeah.
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 Yeah. But I think if the designers got, because previously the outfits that the bridal outfits were made for the purpose of you could wear it again,
Mm.
right? Well, I think first it was just the saris. I don't know about y'all, but the bride was supposed to wear a white and red sari, a panetar it's called,
Mm.
and that was the style, and which everybody wore at that time. But I did not choose to wear a panetar, and I chose to wear a lehenga at that time. So, but now I feel like if the designers change their way of the outfits, although it has to look like a bride's outfit, but if you purchase something that is, like you said, more that where we can use it again. Maybe
Practical. Yeah.
we take the can out, but even after taking the can out, the work on it or how it's made, or if we can mix and match with other outfits and tone it down, and then so we can use it more, right? Then it makes sense spending that much money, you
Yeah.
know. So, and I really liked Karishma's wedding outfit too, because she did not choose the very like a heavy work kind of an outfit, but her outfit was more of a traditional,
Okay.
very traditional look and very beautiful. And so I feel like she'll be able to use her outfit
Uh,
again. So it
yeah.
makes, I think if the girls start thinking about it that way, then maybe
Yeah. Yeah,
it can be.
and if you get it made in a certain way where if you can maybe tone it down with just stitching a plain blouse to a heavy lehenga, or vice versa, you wear a
Yeah,
heavily embroidered blouse and you make a lighter, lehenga, then yes, you can definitely play with it. So that, but if it is extremely bridal, like extremely heavy, then yeah,
It's
it becomes
hard
very
to
tough to repurpose. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
hard. And I've seen people, I mean, even it's same with non-Indian weddings too, to see the
Sure.
color being so iconic. Like I can have a really toned down, like white dress, but I can't wear that to someone else's wedding. Same, with brides, I've noticed with South Asian brides, a lot of us are exploring other options of like wearing green or white or pink or something to
Mhm.
the ceremony so that maybe there is an opportunity to extend that shelf life of the
Mhm.
outfit, because red now, I mean, like I'm seeing it left and right on invites of like no red. So it's just
Yeah,
like
they're going
interesting
back to red
color.
now. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
girls
that
are
the
going.
colors are also just becoming a standard and way
Yeah.
to shop.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was more of like especially with the bridal colors were more of like just red, or just
Yeah.
the very white and red, or very color specifics. But now even the brides are going with a different color basis, so it's good to see that, because you get
Yeah.
the options of like not being the same, kind of like, okay, it's stuck with this one color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I remember Rena did white, I think, and then
Yeah.
Hannah also did like baby pink or something, and I
Yeah.
liked it a lot. I think, or even a burgundy. Rhea, you also did burgundy, right? Instead of like a bright
yeah.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hers was burgundy. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Which is pretty cool. I feel like it's and again, like I said in the beginning, you girls are very fashionable and very stylish. So no matter what you wear, you girls can pull it off and you can wear it properly and look really elegant. So I really love watching you all dressed up, and it's nice to see all how fashionable you are. And you get it from your mom, of course.
Thank you, thank you.
I think one thing I really learned was the more simpler outfits you get, the easier it is to mix and
It's
match.
a match, correct.
Yeah, because I've done that so many times. Because for weddings, and I remember last year we had like what, 5 weddings back to back, and it got so overwhelming because it's like, oh, you have to buy a new outfit for each and every event because the same crowd is going to be at all these weddings, so you don't want to repeat an outfit. And that's another thing, the pressure of repeating an outfit. Feel like
Yes.
it's just like a bad thing to do, which it shouldn't be. But I think with
Mm.
mixing and matching outfits, it's a lot easier, and you literally have a brand new outfit to go for a wedding. And
Yeah.
and mom, like she's taken so many of my old anarkalies that I don't wear and she's cut them up into lehengas. And then I did that for Natasha's wedding too. I think I wore the blouse I wore for Rhea's reception, and the lehenga was actually an old anarkali that I had, and mom cut it to a lehenga and she took the can out so it's not as like poofy. And I wore it to Natasha's Sangeet and it worked. It worked.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best way to do it, you know. So what do you think about like our generation, our fashion styles and y'all's fashion styles, the generation wise? Do you think like, of course, ours is going to be a little bit different than what you all wear and put together. But do you feel like as you grow up, maybe do you still want to stay trendy, what I'm trying to say, or you want to be like more because see as I get older, I feel like I'm getting more into like being like my mom. Whether I like it or not, it's like more like, going like, ah, I don't care anymore, I'm just gonna wear this or just a simple something, put it on and I'm done with it. And but I mean, it still has to look good, of course. But with the generation gap, what do you think? What is your input in it as far as the fashion goes? You like the older generation fashions, or you lean more towards?
I lean, well, that's the interesting thing too now that I've noticed is older fashion, South Asian fashion or not, is becoming
Yeah.
today's fashion. Like people are dying for like the 90s, like the baggy jeans, this and that, or people are like, oh, look at, I'm wearing my grandmother's sari, like, and I've upcycled it, or I'm just wearing it with a more modern blouse. Like, I feel like that is the trendy thing to do. And people just love that. I feel like people just love that vintage. I
Hmm.
quote that like vintage vibe. And people really love saving all of these pieces. And then when they visit it and they wear it, 10 years later, I think it even holds more beauty. And it's also just a way to stay connected to, mothers, sisters, grandmothers, and it,
Yeah.
it keeps it going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like the fashion y'all had growing up, it's timeless. So
Yes.
you can literally wear it. I could wear it now. I could wear it when I'm 30 and it would still look so good because the fashion today, even in Western fashion, whatever I see girls wear now, I look at, mom's old pictures or dad's old pictures, it's literally what they're wearing too. So it's definitely timeless. And it's crazy to see because I'm like, wait, like I have a top like that or something. And I see old pictures, but
Yeah.
also with trends, I feel like they're changing literally every day. And when I was a little younger, I cared a lot. I was like, oh, this is trending. I need to get it now. But I think as I got a little older, I realized trends are just annoying at times because it changes like every month. And it's like, oh, great, I have to buy this now. I have to buy that now. So I think I am leaning more towards buying more timeless pieces because I can actually wear them for a longer period of time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what, when I say I have so many saris, I try to buy 90% of my saris are traditional.
Hmm.
And I liked buying saris from different region of India. So it's got their own, like a, what do you say? Like from Gujarat, there's the patola or bandhani or the Rajasthani sarees or the South Indian sarees, the silk sarees, and so it's more that that never gets old. And it's always going to look like brand new. It's always going to be in style. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have a lot of work in it, or it doesn't have to have, anything. It can be plain, simple, just a silk sari and wear a fancy, stylish blouse, and you're done. And it still looks pretty. And I feel like I'm more of that kind of a person where I like traditional look saris. Now, the only thing I think the I wouldn't say the only thing, but one of the saris that I definitely want to buy is the Parsi saris. Uh I don't know what they're called,
I think Parsi Ghera.
Kera. Kera.
Uh,
Yeah, I want to buy one of those. And those are very expensive because they're made all handmade.
mhm.
And the saris are just so beautiful. It's just they wear it during their wedding and Navjot or whatever, they have this traditional ceremony and they wear it at that time. And I love it. I just love it. That's one thing missing in my collection. So, well, not one thing. There are a lot more other things missing, but that's one of in my list, in my really top list. I need to get that one first before I can get anything else. But I love traditional saris, that's for sure. They don't get old. But
No.
so what are your girls' choices? Like if you put everything like sari, lehengas, kurtis, anarkalis, what else is there? Um, Punjabis, whatever. What is your favorite?
Lehenga for sure. I feel like you never go wrong
Lehenga.
with that.
Yeah.
But I think more importantly, I just want a blouse that's comfortable. I think that's the biggest thing. And I guess less heavier fabric. Because I know with a lot of blouses and whatnot, there's a lot of intricate work on it. There's those sparkles and gems, and it kind of hurts sometimes because when
Yeah,
you
it becomes so itchy.
it gets really itchy. So I feel like I like to just go for more simpler blouses and more lehengas with heavier work. I think that always works. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how to put a sari on myself, so I wouldn't do sari.
The clip-on saris are the best,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I think I'm gravitating towards saris now, or like the pre-pleated. I don't have a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can never go wrong with the lehenga. I agree with Simki. Like I really enjoy just different style blouses and like pairing that with the skirt, with lehengas and the skirts, and same with saris too. Like you can have really heavy these wild blouses, and then all you need is
The plain sari.
simple fabric, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Even with pre-pin saris, I think I want to definitely buy a lot more pre-pin saris because I love wearing it. And
Yeah.
it was just so much easier to use the bathroom. Like it was
Yeah.
and I think I remember for Sanchi's wedding, I was supposed to wear a pre-pin sari and then I left the blouse at home, but then Rhea just gave me her blouse that she was supposed to wear in the evening, and it worked so well because like I had a plain yellow sari, so pretty much any color would have worked, and it didn't look like, that wasn't supposed to be the original outfit. Like it worked
Yeah.
out fine.
So that
Yeah.
means Vinu needs to order some
Yeah.
pre-printed saris so we can purchase
Yes.
those because yeah, I love those too.
Yeah.
Except
Definitely.
for the part if it comes in my size, then it's a different story. But but
Yeah.
I think they have like a couple of hooks that it's adjustable and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they look very comfortable and they are very I had one long time ago. Like I think when they first came out, I had one plain pre-pleated sari that I
So
put.
basically, you can do that to any sari. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, you can. There are seamstresses like the Indian seamstresses who will uh, do that for you. So you go in, you take a sari that you want stitched, pre-stitched kind of sari, and they'll take your measurements and then they pleat it for you. They put the side pin and everything, and the pallu is also stitched and pleated. So all you have to
Oh,
do is like wear it.
wow. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
but then unless they make like an adjustable waist, it's a little tough because and
Then the
once you
pleats are
make
kind
it
of like, yeah,
pleats, and then if you lose weight or gain weight, then you have to stitch it. See, the beauty of a sari is like whether you lose or gain,
yeah, it
you
doesn't matter.
wrap it around and it doesn't matter. But once you have it stitched, then you're done with it.
Then
And I
it's,
think once you have it stitched, you cannot undo it.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
So yeah, but it's nowadays it's like if you buy a practical sari, which is not very expensive, with the younger girls, with the younger generation, yes, that works because it's like it takes 1 minute, 2 minutes to wear, and you're done. You don't have to
yeah,
worry about all the pleats.
yeah.
But yeah, if you once you get it done, then you
Yeah,
Lots of
start.
maybe next year when I go to India for sh wedding shopping vacation for Ashley, I might think into it and get her some pleated,
Yeah,
pre-pleated
it would.
sarees, and that would
So,
be
and they do make like adjustable waists. So
yeah,
just
yeah. The last time I got her one, and she wore it to Natasha's wedding too.
yeah,
It was
okay.
they're
yeah,
game
also
changers.
convenient
yeah,
for traveling because when you want to pack a sari and then you can just pack it and it's fully done, ready. You just take it out and wear it.
yeah.
And
Oh,
you're
for
not running
traveling, it's
around.
100%. I really love taking all the saris rather than taking lehengas because oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so convenient wearing like traveling. If you're going for wedding and which is out of town, oh my God, the lehengas is like a pain in the butt because it's just one lehenga and your bag is full.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
It's so much. I think for the last wedding I went to, I managed to pack everything in a carry-on, which was
How?
unbelievable because I think I think fashion has also changed where you can just wear a silk skirt and a blouse. It doesn't have to be the
bulky one.
tent that
Hmm.
you do wear. And same with pre-pleated saris. I'm not also running around looking for an auntie at 7 a.m. before the ceremony
Yeah,
looking to pin me, it's
exactly.
game
Yeah.
changer.
That's funny. That's funny. But this has been an interesting topic. And if anybody's looking for Indian outfits, then Vinoo is the girl to reach out to. And so
Yes.
she has amazing outfit collections, so you can reach out to her. But I really appreciate you ladies joining the show and talking all about fashion. And I look forward to seeing you all again. I thank my audience for tuning in, and we appreciate giving us, five-star reviews. Please send us comments, any topic discussions that you would like us to talk about, send us those. And if you want to do a shout out to anybody, we will take those requests as well. And that's all for today, and we will see you all next week. Thank you so much.